So moving on, man, we're gonna jump into TV, movies, different things like that. Yeah, man. So I have definitely been. I've had a chance to catch up with a couple different things this week. The main thing I probably spent the most time watching was Cobra Kai season 3. Yeah, and yo, man, I loved it, man. I was just. Yeah. I mean, dude, the episodes are 30 minutes. So, like, I mean, it came out. Oh, yeah, I'm about to expose myself. It came out, what, Friday?
I know, what was it
Yeah. Because you know what I do? Like, so my technique is real strong. Like, so it's a show that because my oldest daughter is 12 going on 13. So it's like, I mean, I can watch that with her present. You know what I mean? Like, the show definitely got a little bit of language. It's probably like TV 14 or something like that. And I think this season they actually dropped the F-bomb at least once or twice. But it's like watching a PG-13 movie pretty much. But so with this show, I'm able to kind of watch during the day a bit. And a lot of times I'm rarely ever watching anything where I'm just looking at the screen. Like, that's really not how I take in most of what I watch nowadays. It's usually I got the laptop on my lap and I'm working. So I'm like simultaneously doing whatever, shooting 1,000,001 emails, and then I'm looking up at the screen. And this is back and forth. You know what I mean? But yo, like the new season, man, it's 10 episodes. They definitely deliver. If you're a fan of the Karate Kid franchise, and I'll say, man, if you're a super fan of Karate Kid 2, this season is definitely going to be one of your favorites because, they deliver. I mean, I'm not going to release. If you've seen the trailer, there's no need to say spoiler warning. But for those of you who have not seen the trailer, spoiler warning. He definitely makes the trip back to Japan this season, and yeah, it's dope. Like, it's dope. The people they dug up and stuff. Yeah, man. Yeah, it's awesome. So I highly recommend it.
I actually started it. So season 1, and I love it. I'm mad at myself for being this late with it. You know what I mean? And I should have listened because Jordan kept warning me, "It's good, Dad. You gotta see it. It's good." But I put it off and was watching other stuff. So yeah, man, I'm loving what I'm seeing so far. And hopefully, it just gets as good as y'all told me it is.
You know? Man. It's super dope, and
I'm a big fan. What I'm appreciating so far is understanding Johnny a lot more. You know what I mean? And what he went through. You know what I mean? Before and after, you kind of feel like he was right in the number. Well, I do think that he was right in a number of the early episode scenarios. You know what I mean? I definitely saw his point of it, and Daniel was kind of like, he was being kind of like a one-sided asshole, in my opinion, in regards to a lot of stuff that he was trying to say, or not Daniel, Johnny was trying to tell him. You know what I mean? So, right now I'm siding with Johnny until otherwise. You know what I mean?
Right.
But to see him take responsibility and try to train up a kid, you know what I mean? And become, in a sense, a better version of his own sensei. It's a cool dynamic, man. It's a really cool dynamic. So yeah, I'm enjoying, man.
Yeah, for sure, man. It's definitely, man, hold on. Like, how can I put it? It's to me, it is, I mean, there's obviously a bit of fan service, right? Where they definitely are, they're looking at like the things that made the original movies great, and certain characters. I love how, like, it's not them recasting a bunch of these old characters. They're actually finding the old actors and all of that. Yeah, man, and it's just really, really, really dope how they managed to put it together. And it's like, you know, and one of the things I'll say, like when I say it's dope and stuff, I'm not saying that the acting is the greatest in the world. I'm not saying that, like, you know, like, oh my God, when they delivered that one monologue, bro, it was like, no, I'm not saying none of that. I'm saying that in terms of them looking at their audience and realizing that, you know, we made something special and our audience really, really appreciates this thing that we made. How can we kind of take this a bit further and explore this universe, right? And see how these people grew up, who they became, who their children became, you know, and the dynamic of like Johnny. Like it's easy to look at his life because it's really, the whole thing is like a redemption story, right? And so it's easily, I think it's easy for new people to watch the show and just kind of think that Johnny just comes from like just poor, like humble beginnings and struggle and this, that, and the third. And that's what's really, really dope. Because you look at them where they are, and if you're a person who's coming in new and don't know the backstory, you know, you wouldn't think that they're both from what they're from, you know what I mean? Like with Ralph Macchio's, with Daniel's character being from Jersey originally, and then living in one of the poorest parts of Encino when he got there, and then Johnny actually coming from money, you know what I mean? But really looking at how, like, if you don't have the right people around you, right, and like in your ear helping you make better life decisions and stuff like that, your life can end or go in a very different direction. And so, yeah, man, it's just that's so much.
Concept. I haven't even thought about that.
Yeah, man, bro, like it's so much that's dope about the show that's unspoken, right? That isn't necessarily about the characters just kind of making it obvious. Like if you just kind of really take it in and really appreciate what they're giving you, there's a lot of substance there, you know, and
a lot of social concepts.
Yes, yeah, man. But definitely, man, I highly recommend checking it out. As far as other stuff that I've got into, I've definitely been watching. You know, I've been watching. I just finished watching last night. It was Death to 2020. It's like a mockumentary about the year 2020. Samuel L. Jackson's in it. Yes, it is. It is very hilarious. So that's definitely worth checking out.
It is unfortunately hilarious, actually.
Yes. Yeah, man. Laugh to keep from crying hilarious. You know what I'm saying? Like it's yeah, man, definitely worth checking out. And then the other one, which is kind of like, and so that one I just mentioned is on Netflix along with Cobra Kai. And then the other one that I would recommend checking. Say again?
The competition joint.
Yeah. And so now the competition for that joint that's on Amazon Prime is Yearly Departed. And that is like, it's an all-female cast. Sarah Silverman's in it. Who else is in that joint? Tiffany Haddish is in it. And it's just
is Kevin Hart in it too?
No. It's an all female cast.
Yeah, that's
female
right.
director. It's just nothing but women, and they basically are at a funeral. It's a memorial for the year 2020. But what's very different is the mockumentary joint, Death to 2020, kind of just is a review of the entire year, like top to bottom, where they kind of start from the very beginning of the year and just work their way through. Where this is really done like you're at a funeral service and different people are coming up to speak. And they focus in on different things from 2020 that need to be laid to rest forever. You know what I'm saying? And so like things from like the name Karen to like what else? Yeah, bro. They what else was it? They pants, you know what I'm saying? Because of Zoom calls and stuff. What else, man? Another funny one was cop shows, TV shows about cops. Yes.
Wow, because they deaded cops.
Man, like they like a lot of shows that were centered around like cops and stuff like that have been catching a lot of flack this year because of all of the protests. And so like bro, the writing, it's a lot of like really just smart writing, like how they did it, and it's a really, really interesting joint. I enjoyed both of those last two programs I mentioned, but of those two, yeah,
I really hated that show.
Yeah.
Always dragging a black man butt ass naked out in the middle of the street.
He said he hate the TV show.
The only thing I will say this. The only thing I found
in the beginning.
The only thing I found entertaining about it was the cameraman being able to keep up with a lot of the people.
The trailer parks were good too, man.
Where they find these athletic cameramen though, yo. Dude be taking off, cameraman be right on his ass. Like,
oh my god.
Where they find that at? You know what I'm saying? Hold on, you want to shoot for this series? All right, let me test your 40 real quick.
Right. Hey, listen, you need to pitch that to like a sketch comedy show, bro. Like that's a whole that's like a missing. That's an in the vault scene from like Chappelle show right there. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Cameramen for cops. Hey, you know what cameramen for cops are the only one. I mean, the only cameramen that I think can compete with the cameramen from Cops are the dudes who shot the scene in True Detective season 1. I don't know if y'all watched that show, but True Detective season 1, bruh. The scene that they got where they in the hood, like they go in the hood. Most people don't realize this, but bro, it is a 10-minute long like shot with no cuts, where like they go into this apartment, and then it's this whole sequence where they chasing Hopper fence, bruh. Like it's no cuts, and it's 10 minutes, and it's like and the scene involves at least 30 extras. Bro, it is some of the most excellent like camera work you will see on already like one of the dopest TV shows that HBO has ever made. And that should say a whole lot to you because they make great shows.
Yeah.
But dude, that's probably the only group of people who could definitely compete with the folks from Cops.
They recruit from the Olympics or something?
Man, I don't know, bro. I don't know. They look, whole time it might have been some folks who used to work on Cops. You know what I'm saying? Because when you see the camera go over the gate.
I got a question. Question.
All right.
So did you see the trailer for Snowfall?
Oh, yeah, new season of Snowfall. Yes.
Coming in February.
I am so ready. I'm so ready.
Super duper ultra mega. What else can I add to it already? Oh my god. That shit came on earlier. 2 joints came on today that gave me the chills. Snowfall's next season, and Denzel, the greatest actor in American history, had a new. That's just my opinion, of course.
Yeah. Oh man, look, I ain't argue.
Did you see the trailer for the movie? The civil thing.
What was it? Where he's like he's helping to investigate some case or something like that? Yeah.
Simple things. Yeah. Like a detective or something.
The little things.
The little things. That's Yeah,
the little things. Yeah, that looks excellent as well.
Yes.
That looks really, really good, man.
The trailer for Little Things, I'm gonna write that one down.
Yeah. I mean, look, I mean, I'm like, it's Denzel.
Both of them. I'm here for both. I can't wait for this new season because they ain't been saying a lot about it, and I haven't been following it like that because I can't apply my emotion to that type of anxiety. So when they put shit out is when they put shit out, and when I finally saw that shit today, oh my god, I can't wait to see this joint, man. It's probably gonna be a season, I think.
Oh man, it looks really good, man. I'm super ready for it. You know what I mean? It's Denzel, bro. It's Denzel, and
I was talking about the Snowfall joint.
Oh, Snowfall, yeah, that too. I'm ready for them both.
Both of them, yeah.
I gotta go back and binge. I saw some episodes of Snowfall season 1.
Okay.
What?
I fell off. You know me.
Yeah.
I'm not saying it's not good. It's just that for me, it's hard to catch. Now I was watching, week to week. You know what I mean? And for me, once I miss a week or two, then I feel like I gotta go back. You know what I mean? And watch it consecutively, or at least I don't want to skip, so I got to go back.
Yeah.
You know me, man.
I fell off after the second season, and then I just I think I was midway through the second season or something like that.
What'd you say?
Oh no, I was saying it's only been 2 seasons. Somebody fell off.
No, I fell off. Like I was in the second season, and then I think I got like maybe to the midpoint or something like that, and I had stopped watching for whatever reason. I can't remember if it was like whatever software or whatever joint I was using to watch the show. I mean, there's that.
So are you binging or trying to catch it live as the shows come, Stan?
Oh, when it come out, it depends. It depends on which one of these little joints that I got that it shows up on. So
I have a hard time. Remember back in the day, we had set schedules. Like when one of my favorite sitcoms was Martin, so we knew every Sunday when that came on, that was what you was doing. It didn't really matter. Now they have a hard time keeping up with those scheduled shows and catching it week in and week out. I got to binge
because 800,000 shows.
Yeah, it's almost too many
than ever, bro. Like than ever. It's definitely it's hard to keep up with all this stuff. Yeah, man. And it's just like, then you got certain joints. Like, for instance, there's a whole bunch of stuff that Apple's making that I haven't seen yet. And I want to see like a lot of those shows, man. But I'm like, I'm really not signing up for another service to get the joints. And not for nothing. I mean, I got options. I know there's other ways to watch it, but like I've been kind of slacking on that lately just because there's so much dope content on the stuff that I got access to. It's like, if I get to it, cool. But I ain't jumping through. I'm kind of past that jumping through hoops point with like I just got way too much access to way too much stuff that I enjoy to really care enough to kind of jump through any hoops for anything at this point. I feel like I'm turning into one of those people. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's like when, like as an indie artist, we're like, buy my album. Then they're like, oh, where can I find it? It's like, well, it ain't on this site. But, if you sign up for this joint over here, you can. And like, and people looking at you like, bro, I ain't going to do that. I ain't gonna do that. You know what I'm saying? It's like I get it now. I understand now. I'm sorry.
Like nothing against you. It's just when I think about all of those steps, I'm like, but if I don't do any of that, I get to save all of that time.
Right. You know what I mean? Like I completely get it now. I'm sorry for those of you I harassed in the past. You know what I'm saying? I get it now. It's like, but when is it gonna be on here though? Because that's where I am.
It's one thing that I use.
Right. Yeah, man. It's like, I'm not buying a whole new device, bro.
No. I'm tired of subscriptions, and I get it, man, because cable will bust your ass.
Oh, bro.
Subscriptions, they start adding up too.
Yeah, all of these joints crazy. What's crazy? Like, with everything Amazon related, we don't even realize it. But dog, in order to watch that stuff, you literally have to buy hardware.
That's true.
You know what I mean? Like most of us don't think about that. Now, granted, that's what most people do for cable anyway. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But like for the most part, as easy as it is nowadays. I mean, and shout out to them because they still killing it regardless. You know what I'm saying? Like, look, they got me. You know what I'm saying?
I think honestly, because I was kind of skeptical about Amazon Prime, but in my opinion, they the best ones out there. Between them and HBO Max, like I'm kind of over Netflix. I don't know if y'all noticed that. I'm kind of over Netflix. But HBO Prime and HBO Max and Amazon Prime, that's my shit right there. You know what I mean? So here's what it is.
Disney Plus about to really, really start smacking people this upcoming year. Because with the new season, with this last season of Mandalorian and how well it did, it was an amazing season with a great combination of top-notch art and writing and acting mixed with really good with fan service as well, like dope fan service. But then to follow up with the movie Soul, which hands down is one of my favorite joints that came out in 2020. So now if you look at their lineup for 2021, bro, like. And it's not to say that these other services ain't got dope stuff coming. But the thing is, with Disney Plus, you can already see what these Bammers got lined up for the next 12 months. And all I'm saying to people is like, I mean, hey, Young, I'm good over here, B. Like, I don't even really care what's coming out on any other networks except what I know is already dropping on Disney Plus, because you got Falcon and the Winter Soldier coming. That's going to be stupid.
Oh, yeah,
you know what I mean? Yeah, Falcon. That's going to be stupid. And it's not a series. I mean, it's a series of joints, but it's really like a long movie that they just kind of broke up. I mean, they shot it like a show, but I don't think it's going to be like multiple joints in the future. They're really using these shows to kind of set up these bigger films that are coming. So that's what's really dope about how they're doing their shows, because their shows are directly connected to all the movies. You know what I mean? So it's the goal of the shows is to push the bigger story along. So, you know, as a fan of the MCU and what they've been doing, bro, like I'm super excited because first you got WandaVision. That's coming in 2 weeks. January 15th that drop, and then in March is Falcon and the Winter Soldier. You also got Miss Marvel dropping later this year, which looks really, really dope. And then you got what am I missing? You also got a couple of their films dropping. So you got Black Widow's dropping. Also, the Eternals is dropping. Hawkeye got his show coming. Bruh, it's young. It's gonna be crazy. And you got a whole bunch of Star Wars related stuff that's dropping. And crazy.
A damn nerd.
Yeah.
Christ.
Yep. Yes.
Oh my God.
I'm here for it all, bro.
So I was going to say, like, the problem I have with Netflix is the same problem it sounds like I'm gonna have with Disney. Their exclusive content. Netflix has started. I mean, they remember when it first came out, they had contracts with a whole lot of different people you can use it, and then slowly but surely, it's primarily Netflix originals. Netflix and originals.
Hey, bro, you need to holler at me offline, man. You need to holler at me offline, man.
You sound like you got the plug.
He got the plug, bro. You know what I'm saying?
You need to holler at me offline, bro.
All right, I'll do that.
I watch pretty much everything.
Right.
There's not much that I have not seen that I do not there's not much that I have not seen that is not available.
Got you.
The views of Chef of SHERM the barber. You know what I mean? And
I ain't say none.
Right. I'm just playing, man. But yeah, man. But it's a lot of great stuff, man. I'm sure like there's no shortage of things that we'll have for next week to talk about, because I'm sure there's going to be something crazy dropping this week too. So, like, Young, I mean, that's probably been the best part about this whole past year, like in terms of, obviously for those of us who've been locked down with our families, getting close to them, but there's also been no shortage of good content to watch online. You know what I mean? There's literally been something for everybody. If representation matters to you, there's been some amazing shows done by people of color, or starring people of color in the past year. Like, no matter what it is you're looking for at this point in time in the world, I feel like it's out there. You know what I mean? So definitely, if there's anything we can thank 2024, and it ain't much, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
we can definitely thank them for some of the content that we got. Thank that year for that. But